fellow music lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Caesar Pink.
Let your mama down. Let your mama down. Let your mama down. Baby, please.
Today we're going to take a deep dive into a classic, War Pigs by Black Sabbath. First we're going to watch a live version of it, and then we're going to watch a video that I think was made maybe in recent years. It looks like maybe using AI, and that is with the studio recording. I'm very skeptical of AI, but what they did with this was quite nice. But first, please like and subscribe if you will. All the proceeds from this channel are donated to the Arete Living Arts Foundation, a 501c3 charity nonprofit. At Arete, we believe all arts are education, and that art can be activism and a tool for social change to help make a better world. And if you really want to support us, you can join our Patreon page at various levels, or you can make a one-time donation via PayPal, and all donations are tax deductible and will go to a good cause. Nobody's going to get rich here. I guarantee you that. It's all about the art. But let's get back to Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath was formed in Birmingham, UK in 1968. They had previously been named Earth, and before that, Polka Tulk Band, Blues Band, Tulk. I had it spelled T-U-L-K. I don't know if that's correct, or is it Polka Dot Blues Band? I don't really know. Their first three albums, Black Sabbath, Paranoid, both in 1970, and Master of Reality in 71, were commercial successes and are now cited as pioneering albums in the development of heavy metal music. Black Sabbath is widely regarded as being the roots of heavy metal, but there are a lot of people are. But Black Sabbath in their early days were so much more. They were prog rock, they were experimental, really a great band. Now my experience with Black Sabbath is that I liked them as a kid, and I liked the first three albums. They sort of lost me after that, although I did listen to a later one called Technical Ecstasy that was okay. But over the years of not listening to them, for some reason I got it in my mind that they were kind of okay musicians, but not spectacular. And a couple years ago I went back and listened to those first three albums, and I was like, what was I thinking? These guys are fantastic musicians, and just classic albums. Now their singer, of course, was Ozzy Osbourne, who also had a great solo career. He was also star of the MTV reality show, I think it was called Meet the Osbournes.
Whoa. Oh, the fuck. It's on the ground. Help me. It's not? Where is it?
But he left or got kicked out of the band, and other people took his place. It was Ronnie James Dio for a while. He came from the band Blackmore's Rainbow, I think it was called, and he went on to sing in some other bands. I think among heavy metal people he's considered to be one of the best. And also Ian Gillan, an amazing vocalist, originally from Deep Purple, was their singer for, I think, a short time, maybe one album. Black Sabbath has sold over 70 million records, ranked by MTV as the greatest metal band of all time. MTV doesn't know anything. They were placed second on VH1's 100 Greatest Artists of Hard Rock. They have won 2 Grammys for Best Metal Performance. Grammys don't know anything either. And received a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. They were inducted into the UK Music Hall of Fame in 2005 and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2006. The band members are Ozzy Osbourne vocals, Tony Iommi on guitar, Caeser Butler on bass. Caeser also wrote a lot of the group's lyrics, including the song we're going to hear, and drummer Bill Ward. So let's listen to a bit of this. It's live. It's a live recording. See if I can figure out where it was from. Okay, it was recorded live at the Olympia Theatre in Paris, France on December 20th, 1970. Here we go. Black Sabbath War Pigs.
Called War Pigs. It's a number of our new LP. Hope you like it. Thank you.
Gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. In the fields, the bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. Say, where are you go? Do the war pigs people know? Oh, Lord, yeah.
War Pigs is an anti-war protest song. It's the opening track from the band's second album, Paranoid, released in 1970. Lyricist Caeser Butler said about the song, and I think it was originally titled Walpurgis. He says, Walpurgis is sort of like Christmas for Satanists. And to me, war is the big Satan. It wasn't about politics or government or anything. It was evil itself. So I was saying, generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. I meant that as an analogy. But when we brought it to the record company, they thought Walpurgis sounded too satanic. And that's when we turned it into War Pigs. But we didn't change the lyrics because they were already finished. At the time, the Vietnam War was still going on, and many young men feared they'd be conscripted to fight in it. Caeser Butler says, that's what started this whole rebellion thing about not going to war. I was dreading being called up, the lyricist recalled. Music journalist Martin Popoff has called the song an ugly anti-war classic, now considered one of Sabbath's top 2 or 3 most enduring compositions. Guitar World described the song as the greatest HM song ever. Oh, must be heavy metal, the greatest heavy metal song ever. The magazine also included the song on their list of 100 greatest guitar solos and ranked it in 56th place. The song doesn't mention any person, country, organization, event, or war. Instead it is vague and generic, making its message a permanently relevant and timeless criticism of human nature, rather than a divisive, one-sided take on a single event. But let's go back to the video.
A beast appears, head is falling at his knees. He sends out hero fire, casts the priest into the fire. Praise for all bad sinners, watch them eating dead rat sinners. Saying wherever you go, through black masses people go. Oh Lord, yeah.
Now, I think Ozzy has a perfect voice for Black Sabbath. His voice is powerful, but also has a little bit of crying or wailing in it. It's menacing. And Tony Iommi's guitar tone is wonderful too. Very different than what the eventual heavy metal guitar tone would be. Bill Ward is an amazing drummer. Wow. So powerful, so aggressive. All really great. But let's finish out this version of the video. Those guys are all on fire, all completely in the moment and giving everything. Caeser Butler's bass player there reminds me a bit of John Entwistle from The Who. Very busy, but totally works, doesn't get in the way of everything else. Bill Ward's drumming blowing me away there. Fantastic. Now, there are a lot of things that differentiate that to what became heavy metal in the 1980s. I'm not really the most knowledgeable person about it, but from what I heard, it all seemed to become very formulated to almost a pop music structure. The guitar tones became very processed, very removed from the blues rock roots tones that you hear in Black Sabbath. I mean, the Sabbath song is very interesting structurally, full of surprises. The guitar solos are very melodic based, but also going in and out of a melodic bass. I felt like heavy metal guitar playing, although it was they were considered to be virtuosos. I found it all repetitious. I felt like they were all playing the same thing. But this is incredible. Let's check out the lyrics some. Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. I mean, it's a powerful lyric, but I always just like it when lyricists use the same word twice in a row to be the rhyming word. Let's continue. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerers of death's construction. In the fields the bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh Lord, yeah. Politicians hide themselves away. They only started the war. Why should they go out to fight? They leave that rule to the poor. Those are certainly true words. Then and today. Time will tell on their power minds, making war just for fun, treating people like pawns in chess. Wait till their judgment day comes. And these lyrics are all very straightforward, but also insightful. Now, in darkness, the world stops turning. Ashes where the bodies burning. No more war pigs at the power. Hand of God has struck the hour. Day of judgment, God is calling. On their knees, the war pigs crawling, begging mercy for their sins. Satan, laughing, spreads his wings. I never knew what that last verse was before. I guess that was a portrayal of the last line of the previous verse that ends, wait till their judgment day comes. But very powerful stuff, and a very interesting way to promote or to present a anti-war protest. And in those days, during Vietnam, there were a lot of anti-war songs, but as Caeser Butler said, they were topical for the time and place, and it does become timeless when you avoid the talking about the events of the moment. But let's check out the other video. I think it was recently made with AI. And this will have the original recording of the song, and it's quite a powerful video.
Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh Lord, yeah.
As you can see, the video is very powerful and very poignant. A great beginning where the woman is holding the man who appears to be dying, and then she looks up at the man in the business suit who is far up above looking down and everything. Now, I haven't been able to find anything out about where this video came from, who made it, why it was made. I'm not sure whether it's AI or not. I am, as a matter of principle, skeptical and even against AI being used for creativity, but if this is AI, they did a great job and used it to make great art. Now, in the time of classic rock with these longer songs, there were very few videos made of that material. There wasn't MTV. It was too long to be commercial on a singles market. Although in those days, a lot of longer songs were very successful commercially. But yeah, I would love to see more videos made of some of these classic rock epics. But the question becomes, who pays for it? The record label's already made their money. They're not going to put up money. I mean, that's just a question. I wish, as a society, we looked at rock music and music videos themselves as art forms to be respected and, more importantly, be funded. I wish Arete Living Arts Foundation had money to fund projects like this. It's such a powerful song, such a powerful video, and makes such a powerful statement for people to hear. It's a message that should be heard. But let's go back and watch more of this. I thought there was some really powerful imagery there. It starts off, she's in a field with her arms out in front of a huge skyline, and she almost looks like an airplane. And then you do see the airplane, the bombers coming, and you see them flying over oil fields. Almost all of the wars that the United States of America has been in for the last 50 years have been about oil, about protecting the profits of oil corporations. Even things like the war on terror, the roots of that all lie in oil. We would never really even be involved in the Middle East if it wasn't for oil. But the way it is, we have permanent bases all over the Middle East. We have helped overthrow governments. We overthrew Iran. This is going back, I think, back to the 50s, but they remember that. And they have good reason not to trust us. A lot of horrible things have been done in the Middle East so that we can control their oil profits. But very powerful imagery. And we saw in the first section there was a red scarf, kind of more colorful, it has more of a rich color than the rest of the video, which kind of has a sepia tone or doesn't have a lot of depth to the color. And that will come up again. I'm not sure what it symbolizes, maybe blood, maybe humanity within this machine, but let's continue.
Now in darkness, world stops turning. Ashes where the body's burning. No more war pigs have the power. And as God has struck the hour, day of judgment, God is calling. On the knees, the war pigs crawling, begging mercies for the sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh Lord, yeah.
Again, lots of powerful imagery. You see the man sitting down on a crate or something, and then over the horizon, the tank comes up and is about ready to run over him. And he turns and throws, I don't know if it was dirt or dust or a rock at it, but whatever weapon he's using against that tank is useless. And he knows it's useless, but even if it kills him, he wants to express his rage, his outrage. And then we see the woman in the red dress watching the military people beat him. And then we see that all of this has been a backstory to the first shot where she is holding him in her arms, in her lap. But let's continue, watch the end of this. Very powerful stuff. There was the woman that I think we saw her in a jail cell earlier. Then she is blindfolded and a group of military men kill her via firing squad. The woman in red slowly ascends the stairs. She stands in front of the firing squad, holds up her arm, which holds the red scarf or whatever it is, lets it go, and it is blown up into the air until we can't see it anymore. There's no resolution, no happy ending. It is what it is. Again, I don't know who made this video, but kudos to them and thank you. And thank you for visiting with me and exploring music with me. Please like and subscribe if you can. If you have any insights, please post them in the comments below, or if you have any suggestions for songs I should do, post those as well. And hope to see you soon. Thank you.